Number 10. Tanzania. We begin our list of the 10 richest African countries with Tanzania, which boasts a gross domestic product of $62,224,000,000 US dollars, known as the home for some of the continent's most famous national parks, and of course, Mount Kilimanjaro. The country comprises a lower middle mix income economy. The country's economy is largely based on agriculture, contributing almost 25% or a third to gross domestic product, and employing half of the workforce. Industries are a growing component of the economy, which accounts for almost 30% of GDP and includes mining, manufacturing, construction, electricity, shocking, natural gas, and water supply. The main exports include gold, coffee, cashew nuts, and cotton. Tanzania has achieved a relatively high economic growth in recent years with a 5.6 growth percentage rate, but this shows no signs of slowing down in the years to come. The medium-term outlook is positive, which is supported by large infrastructure spending. Tanzania does have a percentage of people living in poverty. Despite the poverty rate decreasing in recent years, the absolute number of people living in poverty has remained the same, interestingly enough. Number 9. Ghana. Ghana is a nation in West Africa and has an economy which is both diverse and rich in resources. With a gross domestic product of $67 billion US dollars, it easily makes our list, coming in at the number 9 spot. The country of Ghana has the distinction of being the first in sub-Saharan Africa to break free from colonial rule. Ghana also proudly boasts the distinction of being the first to achieve the target of having extreme poverty in an African nation. Ghana has a business-friendly government and economy which has attracted foreign investment and can be an example to other governments around the world. Ghana has experienced economic growth of just over 6% in the last 2 years. The service sector contributes to around 50% or half of the Ghanaian gross domestic product and employ almost 30% of the workforce in all. Industry is the next biggest contributor to GDP at just under 25%, followed by agriculture. Ghana has an abundance of natural resources helping to feed an economic boom. Gold is the country's main export, followed by petroleum. Together, these two large-ticket commodities make up 50% of the country's foreign exchange. Other major Ghanaian exports include cocoa beans, timber, and gold. Number 8. Ethiopia. Found in the Horn of Africa, the landlocked country of Ethiopia, split by the Great Rift Valley, is the 8th wealthiest country on the continent of Africa. With archaeological finds dating back over 3 million years, this ancient land is famous for being the place where coffee bean was first discovered. I know I am thankful for Ethiopia each and every morning. Even now, as I speak to you, I'm drinking a lovely cup of coffee. Thank you, Ethiopia. The nation is the highest coffee and honey producer in Africa, making up a large portion of the country's foreign exchange. Other Ethiopian exports include legumes, oily seeds, and cut flowers. The gross domestic product of $91.166 billion US dollars comprises agriculture, construction, manufacturing, tourism, food processing, resources, and energy. Agriculture is the region's most promising resource, making up over 40% of the gross domestic product, 60% of exports, and more than 80% of total employment in all. Ethiopia's economic growth has averaged 9.9% year-on-year for more than 10 years since 2008, making it one of our most stable growth economies on this list. This stable annual growth, something that very few African countries have managed, has begun to attract foreign investment. In 2018, the government launched an ambitious economic reform to open up